Hello, and welcome to the definitive Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC tier list. All bosses, optional and not. We're going to be ranking them. Not just based on difficulty, no. But just based on how legendary, how cool, how overall good they are. Difficulty will weigh in. It plays a role, but it's not the only thing. OST, music, weighs in. Visual design, sheer cool factor. How likely I will be to remember the boss in a year's time or more. Got it? So let's just kick this off. Now, let me skim this. I'm pretty sure I've done every single one here. So you guys will let me know if there's any missing here or something. But first and foremost, final thoughts on the DLC. What do you guys think? What's your 1 out of 10? I'm going to tell you right now, I give the DLC a 10 out of 10. If we're ranking it as a DLC, because it is, it's a 10 out of 10 of a DLC. And I think it probably is their best DLC. I think so. Overall. I think it's overall From Software's best DLC. Honorable mention to the Old Hunters. Bloodborne DLC is great. Honorable mention to the Ring City. You know, they've had other great DLCs, but I think this is the best one overall. The areas were varied. Beautiful, colorful palette switches from place to place. I even liked a lot of the environments more than most of the areas in the base game. I liked the atmospheric, purgatory feel of the entire areas. Okay, Old Hunters was great. But when I compare this, see, like, I would give Old Hunters a 10. I would give Ring City a 10 as well. But I think this is the best one. Because even compared to the Old Hunters and compared to the Ring City, you get more bang for your buck here. There's just way more. There's more weapons. There's more stuff added. There's more bosses. It's a bigger map than any of those gave you. There's just more. And I don't think all of the Old Hunters was great. It has its peaks and it has its valleys. You know, Ring City is more consistently better. But just, I think this is better. What up, Higgins? Welcome. So 10 out of 10. I totally loved it. Totally worth the money. If you like Elden Ring, it would be ridiculous to not get the DLC. It's just more of that good stuff, if not even better in a lot of ways. And a lot of those ways we're going to talk about here as we go through, okay? I am happy, though, after like a month now. We've done nothing but Elden Ring for a month. It's been like 30 days. I'm ready to take a break. I'm totally ready to switch it up. We're going to do a palette cleanse next. Maybe we do some Portal 2, something weird and fun and quick. Okay? Now let's get, yeah, Limgrave size my ass. I know. Miyazaki is, he's a wild card. Okay, you ready? It is a lot for a DLC, but it's worth it. In fact, if you want some perspective on how worth it is, when I just did my last Elden Ring run of the base game without the DLC, it took me 15 days of playing it every day for 3 or 4 hours, you know, like I normally do. 15 streams. This DLC just took me, what is it? Either 15, 16? It took me the same amount, if not more. I was probably dying a lot more to the bosses because they're new to me, but $40 and it gave me like the same amount of time playing as the base game. That's insane. Totally worth it. More worth it than any other goddamn game dev, I swear to God. Alright, I digress. Let's get going now. We're going to start this off with everybody's favorite boss, you guys. That's right. The one and only Ancient Dragon Man. Oh, man. Okay. Ancient Dragon Man gets a shout out, if not for one reason alone. Ancient Dragon Man gets a shout out because he gives you that dragon-scaled great katana, whatever it was called. And we used it to beat that one dragon that we'll talk about in a minute. And then we used it to beat Bale, who we'll also talk about in a minute. But this guy himself, I don't know, it's not that cool, right? Come on. This isn't that cool. It's just one of the NPC type people. He's weird looking. He's a dragon man. We turned into a dragon man, and we became the new dragon man after this. I don't know. I honestly, I'm not going to remember much about it at all, other than the fact that he gave us that big katana. So I'm going to go meh. Honest to God, I might even just go D. I'm sorry. I know we're starting it out low, but like, Ancient Dragon Man is not even a cool name. I'm sorry. It's not. He does have meme potential. I think you're right. He could have meme potential. But like, bro, I think the humanoid dragon things look stupid in this game. And in Dark Souls. I don't ever like it. I felt dumb when I turned it on. I think this guy's silly. And I think his name is equally silly. He's going to be down here in the D tier. For Ancient D as in Dragon Man tier. Okay? That's all I got to say about this guy. He wasn't hard. Wasn't hard. Speak of the devil. Now, I'm doing these in no particular order, by the way. Ancient Dragon Senesax. This guy killed us a few times. We died to this guy quite a bit. And then this is the guy that kind of first made us want to go get the Dragon Scale Great Katana. And then it worked out and we beat him. I don't know. This kind of felt like a rehash, doesn't it? Oh, it's in alphabetical order? Well, there you go. This kind of felt like a rehash of like some of the lightning dragons in the base game. I don't know. This one didn't stick out to me very much. He had like infinite poise. You couldn't break him at all, I feel like. At least we couldn't. Bunch of lightning attacks. I think didn't I end up doing it? No, I thought I did it on the horse, but no, I didn't. I was just using that power move. The skill of the katana, dragon katana. I don't know, man. I don't think it's that great. Once again, I think it's kind of mid. It's definitely not a highlight in the DLC here. It's also not the worst. So I think it's going to go C. You could even get away with D. I died 18 tries. Ooh, interesting. Big sub, you guys watch out. If you can keep telling me how many, I'll bring it up. So 18 deaths on this one. But the other thing is, like, he came right before Bale. And Bale is way, way cooler than this. So the fact that it's just like another dragon they just put there, I mean, it was kind of cool because you're in the dragon area. But it was like another dragon you just fight on the way to Bale. I don't even think you have to fight him. You could just run right by him. It's C at top. Top. Most I could do is C. Is it actually a reskin? I might drop it down to D if it is. I thought it was. It felt very, very, very similar. He was doing the same moves with the lightning bolts. I'm going to drop it down to D. Because we got some absolute slappers coming up. And we need to save space. I do think this is one of the most forgettable ones. If you asked me in like a year or two, I wouldn't even remember this one. I wouldn't even remember this one. Yeah, all the budget went to Bale. And this guy was just leftover. We're starting out with 2 Ds. Double Ds, guys. Double Ds up on it. But we're in luck. Because the next one is Bale the Dread. What do you guys think I'm going to say about this one? What tier? Because I know exactly where it's going. This one here is an S tier. This is an S tier fight. Without a doubt. In every possible way. In fact, it's almost like the perfect example of an S tier fight. Let's go through it. The build-up is cool. You're climbing the mountain. And there's like dragons along the way. And then you make it. And remember when you walk in and he just slams in too. He's got an entrance. His design is awesome. With the missing limbs. Or is it just the leg or is it both of them? He's got the missing limbs. And you were bringing up, he's got the other head too, right? Or the Placido thing going on. It's awesome design. The music and the arena and everything is awesome. And most importantly, even though it's a hard fight, it is not aggravating to me in any way. It's not aggravating to me in any way. It was so fun and it was so epic. I loved it. I loved it. It reminded me of a Monster Hunter World fight, dude. The way that he was like flying and then like hitting this thing in the ground and it was like bing! It was just so cool, man. Absolutely loved it. And it was challenging. And it was challenging in all the right ways. And yeah, the lore that you were talking about while we were fighting too. Everything about this guy is cool. This is S tier without a doubt. This is one of the highlights, I think, of the DLC. Bale the Dread goes straight up to the S tier. Yeah, Nergigante. Yeah, he reminded me of one of the later ones. I'm trying to remember what it was. But those big just beams, like, and the whole arena lights up. It had very, very Monster Hunter World vibes, and it was S tier. Everything from the music, the design, the fight. You know how, like, in these games, one boss you could die to 30 times, but it's, like, annoying, and it feels like you died to them 90 times. And then another boss you could die to 90 times, but it doesn't feel like that many. That's Bale. It wasn't annoying. I just loved it. And it had a nice flow to the fight. I'm a big fan of the fight. And it had the cool thing where you could... Yeah, Xeno'jiiva might be what I'm thinking of. It had the cool thing where you could summon the guy, Igor. Or what was his name? Igor. And, you know, that was cool too. He had a whole quest line tied in. S tier, okay? Black Knight Dread. Don't we have like 2 of these? I guess we got 3 of these? Oh, okay. Well, let's get these out of the way. What up, Trey? Welcome. Yes, we did it. We succeeded. Black Knight Dread. Now, this is the one... Oh my god. I recognize him because of where he is. This is the one that we talked to the hand into oblivion. We open hand slapped this man to where he couldn't even stand up, bro. Couldn't even stand up, bro. We just walked in and did that dry leaf open hand senpou fist to the face, bro. Epic victory for us. Not so much for this guy. I don't think he's very cool. And he's okay. And what makes it worse is there's 3 of them. There's like 3 variants, right? I don't know. Let me think. I gotta go C. I'm on C. I can't go to B. He was cool. He was cool, but then we got to see like 3 other different types, I guess. No, I mean, it was cool. They were kind of different, though. Doesn't one have a tongue? What am I remembering that had a big old tongue? He tongued me down. Yeah, less than Millennia, but right before you came up, dude, I explained. One big difference is when I died to Millennia that first time, that, you know, a bunch of times, I was way stubborn and I didn't switch the build at all. I just kept doing it over and over. This one, I kept switching until we found one that worked. If I had been switching the build with Millennia, it probably would have been quicker. You know? So, Black Knight, Edred, I'm going to pronounce a lot of this wrong, like usual. But, C. It's not the best, it's not the worst. It's whatever. Right on to the next guy. Black Knight Geru. This was the guy that was outside in that little encampment stronghold area. I remember this, but once again, I honest to God, they're all C tier. They're all C tier, Kilo. This is not the one with the frog tongue, right? Or is it? No, it was the other one in the catacomb, I think. They're all gonna be C tier. I don't think there's anything that sticks out about them very much. And I don't think there's anything that's like egregious and bad about them very much. So right on to the next one. The Black Jail Knight was different. Ooh, this is not... I thought it was one of them. No. This is the dude with the crossbow, huh? Kilo, I have it right now. You can buy it right now. I'll give you a link, dude. I was waiting like till we get to 50,000 subs, but there's no reason. I'll post you the link in the Discord and I'll start posting the link here. I'll show you. I've got a bunch. But literally, when I post it later, you could do it right now today. Alright? I'll give it to you. This guy was cool. This guy was cool for a couple reasons. Okay? One, we found him pretty early on. In fact, this might have been the very first boss we fought, wasn't it? I think this is the very first boss. And we walked in, and he's got that automatic crossbow. That is awesome. Yeah, Garo was the frog one. You're right. That was awesome, and I think it makes him a cut above. He was a good introduction for me to the DLC. I'm doing it. B. He caught a lot of people off guard with that automatic crossbow, and I appreciate that. I liked it. Yeah, Kilo, you'll have several options, bro. I'll hit you up. Check out the Discord later if anybody wants some merch, okay? And then I'm not going to keep talking about it, but I'll post it in, like, the descriptions from now on. B. B tier. Pretty cool. And we died to him a few times. I can't remember how many, but he got us a few times. Now, what's this? Chief Blood Fiend. Yeah, his poise. By the way, Black Jail Knight, the poise. Because he gives you that armor. He gives you, like, the heaviest armor, doesn't he? That armor of solitude or whatever. Chief Blood Fiend? Was this the thing on the beach? What is this? This is the thing we found sitting on the beach by all the things around it? If that's what this was, I don't like this. The Berserker set is the other one, huh? Okay. This was in the cave. I don't even remember this. Did I do this? I think I did this, right? I literally already don't remember if I did this thing. If I did this thing and I already don't remember, that's not a good sign. Yeah, I mean, Chief Blood Fiend. What do you guys make of this one? It doesn't strike me as very memorable. It doesn't seem like it's going to be anything higher than... I don't even... Guys, I think it might be another D. I think it might be another D. Yeah, Surplus agrees. I think it's going D. Yeah, so, I mean, as you can see, they're not all zingers. That most says F. Unique enough moveset? It's not enough. I don't know. I'm going D. I already don't even remember this thing. But now we're on to a way more memorable one. Commander Gaius. I think there's going to be mixed opinions on this one, you guys. Mixed opinions on this one, I feel like. I've heard a lot of people hate this guy. He's been the subject of a lot of scrutiny when it comes to his abnormally large hitboxes. What do you think I was going to say? He does have that one hitbox with the charge that's a little whack. I heard they nerfed him after I beat him to where he doesn't charge at you right away. That's dumb. He should charge at you right away. Way to go, FromSoft. You blew it. Oh, see? Trey just said it. Yeah, I don't think they should have changed it. So, I don't know, man. I was kind of torn on this guy. On one hand, he was kind of cool. It was cool to see a big, armored, boar-back, you know, riding boss. And we fought him on the horse, eventually, which was cool. But it didn't seem like totally unique territory, you know? Where you've already done the Tree Sentinels a bunch, and you get even more of them in this DLC. You've got the other dudes on the horses, what, like the black assassin-looking guys. I forgot what they're called. I don't know, man. I didn't think it was that different. Even his moves weren't that different. Doesn't he even have the same... His big standout move is when he does the spiral, woo, and he slams, which I thought was super cool until we saw the final boss do it. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So they just have the same move for some reason, you know? So that kind of took away from Gaius a little bit. He's got that big stabbing thrust move. It's kind of cool, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I could go B. I go C. It's, I'm close. Maybe B. It's either low B or high C. Took me 20 deaths. You guys are just hog riding. Meat riding this boss. Yeah, exactly. And I made fun of people doing that, Surplus. People would walk in and ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding. And then they'd get hit by the charge. What? And they die. And then they walk back in again, ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Like, maybe get out of the way first. Maybe walk in and get out of the way and then ring your stupid fucking bell. Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to go B. Right now, I'm going to go C. I might go up to B. We'll see. Normally, by the end, a couple things move around. I'm keeping him high C for now. High C punch. We might go up to B. Okay? Count Ymir. I like this guy's drip. So much so that I put it on when we got it and tested it out. Welcome, Gaming Warrior. Welcome, everybody in the chat. Count Ymir, we did his quest line. Thank you, by the way, chat, for helping me with some of the quest lines so we could see new stuff that I wouldn't see without the help. So we did this guy's quest line. But I'm gonna kind of remove the quest line from my mind and just think about the fight. Not much to it. I don't know. There's not a lot to some of these NPC fights like this. There's just not. I feel like, you know who had the best NPC fights to me? There's some cool ones in Dark Souls, you know? But I feel like Bloodborne had the coolest ones. Something about the NPC characters in Bloodborne were just so cool. And had so much character when you'd fight those. You're both shooting and parrying each other and hopping around. It's just so cool. Some of these ones, I'm just like, they die right away. They die right away. But Count Ymir, I don't know, man. There's not much to say, dude. Like, if we're gonna rank him against some of these juggernauts, he's going down to D. He's going down to D down here. Yeah. He's above the dragon, I guess. Whitney Viscott, Redaniel's kill? Abracadaniel? Yeah, he's dead. He's no more. How many deaths did he take, by the way? Well, maybe we'll save it till we talk about him. We'll save it till we talk about him. So anyway, Count Ymir is going to go D for now. I don't know. I don't really even feel that strongly about him one way or another, but not very memorable to me. Curseblade. Curseblade Labyrinth. It's just one of those guys, but he's a boss. You know? I mean, if I was ranking these enemies, they're actually pretty high up. I like these guys. These guys reminded me, this might have been the very first enemy we saw in the DLC. Very first. Not the boss, but the enemy. And I like them. They're cool. They're nice and... Oh! Hit the deck! Whitney with the drive-by! Whitney with the spray! Bah! I like them. They're graceful. They remind me of the Senpou Temple from Sekiro. They feel like they could be out of Sekiro. I just think they're cool. Even the way they move reminds me of that. They're cool, but if I'm talking about this boss, I mean, it's not that cool. It's one of those instances, again, where it's like one of the enemy types that they kind of worked into a boss. So, yeah, first try. I beat him on the first try, I guess. And I should have said, by the way, we do no summons here. No summons. So my perspective on these might change compared to somebody who's playing differently or summoning, you know. But we beat this guy first try. You guys, I gotta go D. I'm sorry. I gotta go D again. Wow, we might have a different perspective on this by the time we're done. Another D. It's like it could be C, but it's like, it's not. It's just an enemy they made into a boss. If this enemy wasn't in the DLC and then I found this boss, I'd move it up. But the fact that it's just an enemy that's a boss, it's a D. Okay? We're going to get some of these low ones out of the way here. So now this one. The Dancer of Rana. This is the... Oh no, that's not where we got the katana. This is the other girl. I don't love it. Again, sorry guys, don't love it. Don't love it at all. It's another one of those ones you walk down into the little crypt. They summon from the ground, and it's a little NPC phantom lady. Maybe she's got cool lore. I don't know. I don't care. I'm sorry. Yeah. This isn't good either. I'm sorry. Especially when it's a whole ass boss I gotta walk down into. That's a D. It's a D. Listen, you think this list is whack, bro. I'm sorry. If you're gonna try to argue putting any of these higher up with what's about to come, I don't know how you could justify that. I don't know how you could justify that, you know. And sometimes some of these would be like, oh, the lore is so cool and who it is that maybe you could move it up, but I don't know, man. This is a D. Dancer of Rana, D. Death Knight version 1. Let me see what this is. Oh, the lightning axe guy. The drip is cool. It's another one that's just kind of at the end of one of the caves or the catacombs, right? And you walk in. Harder than the other knights. Harder than those other two knights, you know, the pair. I don't know, man. Once again, it's not as low as the other ones, but I don't think this is anything spectacular. A? No way. No way. This is a B at best. This is a B at best. He's up there with Black Jail Knight, Death Knight version 1. It's okay. It's at least a little bit more different than the Black Knights. That's a B. That's a B. Death Knight version, and it's, dude, it's even one of those listen, if you've got any fucking boss that's like version 1, version 2, it's very likely less than an A. I mean, come on, bro. If you're gonna be salty that not everything goes in A and S, what are we doing? Death Knight, if your boss's name is Death Knight version 1, Death Knight version 2, that is not an A. I am sorry, bro. We have room for A and S. They're coming up. It feels like a lot of sour right out of the gate because of the way these are laid out. Okay? Death Knight version 2, man. The fact that I learned there's another one almost made me want to drop it down. But you know what? I think they're cooler than the Black Knights. Yeah. The one with the 2 small axes and the one with the big axe. I think these are cooler than the Black Knights. So the Death Knights go to B. Death Knights are in B. I'll do that. Best I can do. That's the best I can do. Nope. Godskin Noble and Godskin Apostle were higher. And I even think the Godskin Duo, what did I do? We'd have to go look at my video. I probably did A or S. I think it's not into S. Probably A. I think it's better. Those are different. They're more visually different. Like, yeah, I get it. This one's got 2 small axes and this one's got a big axe. Godskin Nobles are like little skinny tall guy and then a fat round guy. It's dope, dude. They're way different. So anyway, that's a B. And now here we go. Like, it's gonna give you're gonna hate it too. Deathrite Bird buffed. Listen, I gave the DLC a 10. I don't think any of these bosses are holding it down. But Deathrite Bird buffed is not a good boss. I don't think any of these are like if I don't put Deathrite Bird in a high category, it's not like me saying it shouldn't have been in the DLC. It's cool. You can have some of these little throwaway bosses that are like a buffed version of what we had before. But now that I'm doing this list, I'm remembering how many of those there were, you guys. Deathrite Bird buffed. We beat it on the first try too, I think. It's a D. It is. It's a D. Oh! The gods didn't like that one. Damn. That's a D. That's a D for sure, okay? Buffed Deathrite Bird, D. Whitney Viscott, how you doing out there in Japan? How you doing out there? Did you visit that Monster Hunter Cafe? I can't wait for that. This is too much energy, this song. Hold on. There. Okay, what do we got? Demi-human Queen Mariga. This was the one on the beach. Oh my god, you guys. Wow, I feel like a hater. I feel like a hater, you guys. You did do the cafe? That's sick, man. I'm jealous of that. I looked up a video of it. This is not the guy in the boat. This is the guy that just sits on the beach. And there's all the other people around him. And this fight sucks. Dude. Just be happy we're getting all these out of the way. See you later, Kilo. Praise the sun. This is not a cool fight at all. I ran up and just hit it a few times and it died. And it was just sitting on the beach. This is the real America? Well, the real America, please sit down. Because this was not great. At all. This is gonna be... You guys, I'm not kidding. I think it's a D. I gotta go with the gut. I'm sorry. I could sit here and talk myself into lifting it up more. I'll put it above Deathrite Bird because we've had the bird before. I don't think this boss is even cooler than anything in the C category because the C category we at least had to try. Some of these might drop down to F. We gotta clean some of these up. Ancient Dragon, it comes down to F. It's a total rescan. Man, I think Demi-Human Mariga comes down to F, to be honest. Unless somebody can talk me off the ledge. It's just sitting out there. It was dumb. I almost want this lady to come down. Deathrite Bird? Deathrite Bird's an... Dude, you guys, it's an F. Hold on, I'm rethinking things. Curse Blade can stay there. Ymir, Ancient Dragon Man, whatever. I can move him up. No, he's not... No. I'll move him up above Count Ymir. I even... Maybe Chief could come... This is better. I like this. These are definitely F. I think these are F. And now we're gonna move on. Are you ready? The only one I'm questionable about is Senesax could maybe be lowest D, but I don't know. I didn't like it. I'm gonna go F for now. I'm going F for now. Demi-Human Swordmaster Onze. If I'm saying that right. This is the little fast goblin guy with the quick sword skills. Right? I like this one. This one was different. It caught me off guard. This was the one in the cave with all the pots, right? I like this one. It was kind of hard. I died a couple times. This is not F. This is not D. Honestly, this might be up here with, it's up here with C. It's gonna be below Gaius, I guess. Up here in the C. Master Yoda? I don't think these Death Knight... Sometimes I feel like I'm being influenced by chat. These Death Knights are C. Maybe. No, he'll just come up to B. I think you're right. He's weird and unique. Demi-Human, I think he's even cooler than them. I think he might be top of B. Yeah. He's tied with the automatic crossbow guy. They're cool. It was a cool fight. Is that good? Top of B? You guys like top of B? Okay. Okay, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking, right? Divine Beast, Dancing Lion. I want to hear some interesting takes on this one. What do you guys think? I think this one might have some differing opinions. You know what I think this is? S tier. S tier boss. I don't even think it's A. I think it's S, and I can explain why. Well, there's a couple of them though, right? Are they in the list? Did this guy put duplicates in the list? Dude, this guy's list isn't even complete. I think I'm gonna go S. You guys, I go S. I really, and I'm gonna be transparent though. It's probably an A tier fight, but I think the design is so cool and it elevates it for me. Yeah. I don't think anything about the fight is so goddamn good that it's like S tier alone. There's just something about the design I love, dude. I love the design of this thing. You walk in. I mean, it's almost iconic already with this DLC, the look of this thing. So, yeah. And so this list is leaving it out. Whoever made this maybe didn't find it, right? But there's another one of these in that Rawa Ruins area that we fought that was way harder for me. This first one took me between 3 and 10 times. I don't remember. Probably less than 10. First one took me less than 10. The second one, though, took me way more. Way more. It's the other version's got the Death Blight. And it's got the Death Blight spray, and it also summons the little, what are they called? The frog ads. Well, I forgot the name of them. The ones that do the Death Blight spray. So there's just Death Blight all over the place in the second one. The camera is wigging out in the second one. Because it's a smaller and kind of enclosed. So the camera is not as good in the second one. Basilisk, thank you. I think this version, the first one you're likely to find, is S tier. The second one, not so much. Second one drops down to, like, C. It's a little bit harder, but not for all the right reasons. A lot of the wow factor has worn off because we already saw the first one. But the first one, I'm going to go S. I love that design, dude. It's so cool. No, I didn't hate the fight at all. But the second one was frustrating, like I said, for the wrong reasons. Because you were in... The first one, you're way out in the open. So the camera, like, never got, like, stuck, zoomed in. The second one, you're in this, like, half-enclosed little coliseum to where... Oh, it was just a mess, bro. Yeah, harder for sure, but I don't know if it was a good kind of harder. S tier on the first one. C tier on the second one that this guy doesn't have here, okay? Falling Star... Beast buffed. Word around the campfire is this is Whitney Viskett's favorite boss of all time. Listen, you guys, it's another reskin, and it's not even a particularly interesting or creative one. It's just kind of sitting out there in the middle of nowhere. Not only do I think this is an F, I think it's probably the lowest F so far. I don't know why. I think it's even below the Deathrite Bird. It just... They're both... No. Deathrite Bird, Falling Star are just F. Bottom F, yeah.
That's an F tier. F tier.
Yeah, something needed to change. It's not enough. Not enough, okay? Furnace Golem. Now, there were different versions of the Furnace Golems, and you had to handle them different ways that we learned, right? Some of them, you can hit them in the legs a bunch until they fall, and once you get the 3 criticals... No, then they fall. And then you can, you know, get the visceral, whatever. I don't know. And then the other ones had protected legs, and you had to throw the bombs from the top, which I tried to do. It was kind of hard. But I'm going to rank this for all of them. It's not technically a boss, but whatever. Let's deal with it. I'm going to rank it for all of them. It's definitely iconic. You know, it's was a big part of the marketing and trailer stuff that everybody saw. I don't think you're going to forget them. I think they're visually impressive and kind of cool when you see them out there. I don't think they're anything that wild, though, and there's a lot of them. What is their total? Like 4 or 5 or something? I feel like I saw a lot of them. I don't know. Is C fair? Is C fair? They're cool. They're cool looking around. They almost like add something to the je ne sais quoi of the world. You know? 10 of them? There's 10 of them? Oh my god. This is way more than I thought. But I don't know. I gotta go C. Yeah, C is fine for me. They're cool. They really are cool. Yeah, it's just they're kind of one-trick pony though, you know. Ghost Flame Dragon 1 and 2. He's missing one. For all the casuals out there, there is another Ghost Flame. There's 3 of them. But honestly, that kind of just takes away from them. I don't know, man. So, let me try to remember. Ghost Flame 1 was just in that lake. We didn't have a hard time with it. Or no. It was before that. And then Ghost Flame 2 was in the lake. And it would summon the skeletons. Or at least the skeletons were in that area. As ads. So it was harder, but it wasn't that different. And then there was the third one. That is, you find currently fighting that army of soldiers. And I think that one's the coolest one. Because it's like kind of cinematic when you come across it and it's fighting a bunch of other people. I think that's cool. But at the end of the day, there's 3 of these. It's not that cool. I think they look kind of cool, but it doesn't even look as cool as the sickly poison dragon from Monster Hunter Worlds. I don't know. I don't know. It's not that great. What do you guys think? I kind of am thinking C. I'm kind of thinking C. I'll put them both in C. If the other one was in here, I'd probably put it in C as well. I'd probably put it in C as well. I'm not going to go as low as D, I guess, but it's not that cool. It's just right in the middle. It's just right in the middle. Golden Hippo. Now, this is another one. I don't know, man. This DLC kind of suffers from, like, they give you, like, a unique boss, and then you just find it again in the world, like, 3 times. So the hippo, like, I didn't even hate it first, and I was like, it's kind of cool. It's got some unique moves. It's like a porcupine hippo. But then you find, like, 3 more hippos. Like, granted, this is the only one that does the porcupine thing, I think. But, I don't know. I don't love it. But there are, you know what? There's problems with this fight. There's legitimate problems with this fight. The camera was whack. This was an example of one of those From Software fights where it was harder than it even needed to be or was intended to be because the camera was broken. It was in a small little area. The camera couldn't even keep up, and it was anytime you'd get close, you were just looking into the insides of his belly with the camera. It was completely harder than it needed to be. The hippo's nerfed? Well, we fought it before the nerf. And it wasn't really that hard, but the camera made it artificially harder in an annoying way. I don't think the design is that lame. I think it's okay, but like, let me see. It's probably cooler than... I don't know. What are you guys thinking on this one, dude? I'm thinking C. I'm thinking either lowest C or highest D. Maybe even D. I died to the hippo 40 tries. Yeah. I'm gonna go lowest C. Bottom C, yeah. I like the idea of the porcupine stuff. But man, the camera just annoyed me. The arena was small. And it even proved my point when you found the other hippos later, and they weren't annoying because they were outside and the camera didn't mess up. So, C. Jagged Peak Drake. Oh, okay. This is a... Man, I forgot about this one. This is when you're first making your way up the Jagged Peak before you get to that Senesax dragon. And you find this dragon fighting another dragon. Pretty much the only thing that this fight has going for it is that you come across it fighting another dragon. It's a reskin. You guys, this one's not good. Monster Hunter vibes again, though. You know, and that's kind of cool. But that's the only forgiving factor for me on this one, is that you come across it fighting another dragon. I don't think that's enough, though. Is it not a reskin? It's got unique moves? Okay. In that case, I'm gonna go high D. I'm gonna go high D. I still don't think, even with the unique moves, I don't know if it elevates it. I forgot about it until we just found it just now. I forgot all about it. Yeah, because you know what hurts this one? I get it. You've got to have a few dragon fights on the way up the dragon peak, you know? So I'm not like, I don't think it should be removed or anything. But you fight him, and then you fight Senesax, and then you fight Gale, the Dread, like shortly back to back to back. And Gale is so far and beyond way better that it makes these just less memorable to me. You know? If it's got unique moves, I gotta go with the gut again. I'm sorry. I gotta go with the gut. I gotta go with the gut because it's cool that he's got unique moves. If he was a reskin, he'd go to F, right? But the fact that, like, I still don't even think it was that cool or memorable, even with whatever unique moves I saw. If he had unique moves, I barely even noticed. I gotta go high D. Okay? Lamentor. This was a weird one. What was up with this one? This is the guy that made me laugh myself to death, didn't he? He gave me the laughing curse, and I laughed myself to death. Remember? I didn't even know what was happening. I died to it once, I think. He would kind of disappear. He'd make all these clones of himself. It was kind of cool that I died laughing, like, maniacally. And it was different. I kind of think of this guy up there with that Goblin Yoda guy. I don't know if he's quite as cool. C. He's going C. He's going to be above the Black Knights. Maybe not quite above Commander Gaius. Lamentor's going to go here. He's going to go high C. I don't think it's that cool. I don't think it's that cool. You don't have anything in A? We'll see near the end. Okay, guys. Highly anticipated one. Highly anticipated. Mesmer the Impaler. The man, the myth, the legend himself. Those stripped from the grace of gold will face death. What is it? From the embrace of Mesmer's flame. The embrace of Mesmer's flame. All over the marketing for the DLC, all over the trailer for the DLC. He's on the cover. I feel like he was the poster child. The poster child of the DLC. What are you guys thinking? I already know what I'm thinking. And I already know what I know. And what I know is that this goes S. This is 100% S tier. 100% S tier. It's one of the best ones in the DLC. I think the voice actor is great. I think the entrance when you walk in is cool as shit. The only thing that's not peak is maybe the arena. Kind of a little boring. I think his moves are cool. He's intimidating. He's quick. Lots of combos. But he's squishy. And he takes a lot of damage. The snake shit in the second phase is awesome. I like how you even see him transform in and out of the snake thing. It's very cool. Holy, Whitney's into it. He can give me his 18. Damn. Woo! Yeah, I think he's cool as shit. He's one of the best. In fact, everything we have in S tier right now belongs in S tier. I'm torn between... I think Bale goes above him. Is that a hot take? What do you think? I think Bale goes above Mesmer. But it's close. They're all S tier, okay? Yeah. Mesmerizing, Whitney. Mesmerizing. Yeah, I really liked it. A lot of people thought that he needed to be nerfed, you know? People were complaining. He wasn't one of the... No, he was one of the harder ones, but I don't think it was top 3 hardest for me. I don't know, I liked it. It was a cool fight. You get his cool-ass spear. S. S rank for sure. There's not much else to say. I wonder what people think about this one, though. Mesmer's Flame. How do you say this? Meter? A tier? Mother of Fingers. I don't know about this one, you guys. I don't know if this is it. I didn't even see the cool special move. Did I kill it that fast? What do you mean? I don't know about this. This felt kind of like a Bloodborne boss, but just like... I don't know, man. I just didn't think it was that cool. It looked weird, fingers and, you know... I don't love... I've talked about this before. I don't love these boss arenas when you just get teleported to like a big open lake in the middle of nowhere. Is that a hot take? Yeah, because... Yeah, it reminded me of ROM because of what I just said. Yeah. It's like they did it with ROM, but it worked with ROM. Because it was built into the environment. You walked in, you had to take the plunge off the deck, you know, and you're onto the lake. That one worked. But then, even the other ones in the Elden Ring base game, I hate it when I get teleported to this big empty arena. It's just on this lake. Like Renala, that one kind of worked, but like, I don't know. So this one I didn't love. It died pretty quick. I didn't have a lot of love for it, guys. You're saying S for lore, D for boss fight? Belongs in B? Nah, belongs in C! I think it belongs in C, I'm not kidding. I think it belongs in C. I don't have any problem with ROM. I know you do, Whitney. If you want to talk about it when we do Bloodborne again, feel free, but I got no problem. I think this one, Mother of Fingers, goes high C. It's cooler than Gaius, probably. It's... Oh, I guess it's cooler than these. Hold on. I'm gonna go like this. Is this crazy? I'm gonna put Demi-Human in A. I'm gonna put Black Jail Knight in A. And I'm gonna bring Mother of Fingers up to highest B. Next to the Death Knights. What do you think of that? Is that better? Get fingered. I think that feels better to me right now. It does. I think that feels better. And that way we've got Mother of Fingers in B. I do think it's better, because I couldn't put it below the Death Knights. It's at least a unique design in a way. It's like an actual new boss. It's a high B. I'm not sure about Gaius. Maybe, man. I think you're... God damn it. You're right that... I'll tell you what I'm grappling with. And you guys are just gonna have to deal with it. I tried to bend the knee for you guys. These Death Knights are not B. These Death Knights come down to fucking C. Gaius goes to low B. I'm sorry. It's a fact of life. This is the right order so far. This is correct. Everything in S tier right now is S. I can see these in A. I can see these in B. I can see these in C. Yes. This is better, guys. You got it? Alright. Whitney's always one step ahead. She's like peeking ahead in my notebook. Trying to get her vote in for the next one. Midra. Lord of Frenzied Flame. You know what I'm thinking about this one? You have any idea what I'm thinking about this one? Died to it a lot. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S. S rank on Midra. Yes. I think it's S. I think it's S for sure. I think it was one of the most fun and engaging fights of the DLC. I died 55 times. Burpa had to kill him. You're right. We had to summon Burpa. You know what? This might even go up into the double S rank for me. Because it was a legendary moment on stream, right? Last try of the day, I shut it all down. Burpa came in, won. Epic. It added to the lore of the channel even. This was a very cool fight. I think it looks cool. I think the madness everywhere is cool. I think the moves are cool. It was another one like Bale, where it was very challenging but not annoying. I kept wanting to try it again and again and again. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. It's like a perfect boss fight. No bullshit. You could get out of the way of everything. It was great. Great. Top tier boss fight. Absolutely. Okay? We agree about that. I don't know if it goes above Bale. I don't know if it goes above Mesmer, but it definitely goes above Divine. It could be... Dude, these top three, the S tier is going to get to where it's like you could mix and match them anywhere. And I would be okay with it. But I'm going to leave it where it is now. I really did like that fight. You know, we should probably say somewhere in this video, we were changing builds a lot. We changed builds a lot in this DLC. We were doing Pokey Milady at first. Switched to Kung Fu. I would say we mostly did Kung Fu, right? Majority of the playthrough was Kung Fu. Dryleaf. Before switching to Dane's kicks. Beat Midra with the Kung Fu. Loved it. Kung Fu is my favorite build of the DLC. By far. Bale created a meme. Deserves top spot. Curse you, Bale! Yeah, I know. It's got me. I know it had meme potential right out the gate. So yeah, this is good. Look at these good ones up top. Okay. Nothing else to say. Midra was great. The only thing that could have been a little better with Midra, I'm gonna say it, you guys. I know you don't want me to harp on pointless details, but again, Arena, kind of lackluster. I'm not. The fight was so good that it's still in the S rank. Kind of an empty room. Kind of an empty room. I'm just gonna say it. It could have been better, but it's still S. They focused on what mattered most. Okay. Putrescent Knight. I have heard mixed thoughts about this guy already. He's so weird looking. His little face hanging down. Little black head with the 2 dots. So weird. Oh, the annoying first phase. You're right about Midra, where you gotta kill it. Well, whatever. At least it lets you get your aggression out. This one's weird, man. When I was fighting it, I thought it was more B or A, pretty high up. I was thinking B or an A. After doing the rest of the DLC, it wasn't as cool as some of the other ones, but I don't know, it wasn't bad. Kind of a graceful flow. The hooked blades made it very hard. You couldn't tell how long it was, and it would like hit you and then run and then hit you again. It was a little annoying, a little frustrating. Let me look. I think B. I think low B. Orphan Accost wannabe? Kinda. Kinda for sure. Yeah. I don't think it's A. I think it's B. I think I'm gonna put it above Gaius, though. Honestly, maybe even above Fingers. I don't think I could squeeze it to A. It's either the lowest A or the highest B. I can't tell if I hate the design or like it. I'm not kidding. There's a part of me that's like, yeah, it's unique and different. And there's another part of me that's like, that's kind of stupid. I can't tell. I literally can't tell. I'm gonna keep it there for now, I guess. Like, I at least had to fight it more than Mother of Fingers, you know. Yeah, it was at least kind of hard for me. I'm gonna go B. I'm gonna go B. We're saving Radon for the end. Sorry, Whitney. Above Black Jail Knight? I don't even know, man. Just some... if you want me to explain it, I think Black Jail Knight and Demi-Human Swordmaster Anze belong to be there because, like, Black Jail Knight was, like, meme-worthy right out of the gate, and he was whooping everybody's ass with that crossbow, and I think he's cool, dude. I do. And Demi-Human is very different and unexpected when you walk in, and I really like it. I don't know. I think you could get away with putting Putrescent Knight up here. Maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking. I don't think he's cooler than them, but I think he might be cooler than... I'm doing high B. I'm going back and forth. I think it's kind of goofy at the same time. I don't know. I'm going high B for now. We're leaving it high B. He might move. Ravla, the great red bear. Now, weren't there 2 bear fights? I don't know if this person's got both, do they? Yeah, they got both. So, I'm gonna do... I mean, both the bears felt the same to me. They felt the same to me. Reskin of the rune bears. It was kind of cool to see some aggressive bears, but, maybe they had different moves. No, they had different moves, didn't they? Where they would do the gravity, ground, slam, tremor stuff. I don't think they're that good, you guys. Both of them. I fought them both. They weren't very hard. Yeah, it's rune bear, but red. It's the ginger rune bear. Both bears are rune bears, but new attacks. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think they're low. I don't think they're that good. I think Golden Hippo's even more unique, to be honest. I gotta go above Ancient Dragon Man. It's somewhere in here, dude. They're like, I don't know. They're low D, you guys. They're low D. They're low D. I think they're low D. Maybe above this guy. Maybe above Count Ymir. Maybe above Dragon Man, but I can't go above Curseblade. What can I say? What can I say? Low D, guys. What can I say? Red Bear? NPC? I don't care what anybody says. This is whack. Just kind of whack. There's another guy in the catacomb. You walk down, you fight him. He's got a bear head on. He does that bear roar, which is kind of cool. He's a feral beast of a man. It's not good. It's not good. I died once to him. Honestly, he could pretty much come... Bro, I don't fucking know, dude. Where do I have that other lady? I don't think he's cool. I think he goes in F. Whoops. I think Red Bear goes in F. I think Red Bear goes in F. Whatever. It's just whatever, is how I feel. Yeah. Relana! Twin Moon Knight. Relana. Twin Moon Knight. Now this is a bitch that came out and pegged everybody time and time again when people just started the DLC, didn't she? Oh yeah. This is the big mommy of the DLC, you guys. Fucking stomping people out and slapping cheeks. Rolana took me 92 tries. Which apparently is a second place. Right behind Radon. I think this fight itself is very cool. Reshi, what's up? S for you. The fight itself was very, very, very cool. Her twin moons. The moon thing, when she goes up and crashes the moons, 3 of them, so cool, man. Gotta jump, guys. Jump it. I think this is a very cool one. One of the most aggressive bosses in a small arena. Just relentless, dude. Absolutely relentless. I died a lot because, you know, we did come here early. We fought her before we even fought the lion. The skidoo level was low. Our build was not good, and I just kept going. I think she was cool, man. One of the better ones for sure. I'm on the fence about S or A. To be honest, I think she goes S. I think she goes S. Because she'd have to go above the guys in A, but it would be way above them. To the point where I think she squeezes into lower S. I do. I think she's one of the most iconic for me immediately. It's so cool. I thought it was so cool to see the night version of like Renala with the same moon magic. It was dope. S for sure. It might even be above Divine Beast. Maybe. The fight is above Divine Beast, but the design is below Divine Beast. So you can kind of mix and match those. That's how I feel about that. Yeah, and I also used her swords afterwards for a bit, which was cool. It's S. It's definitely S. It's one of the better ones for sure. The fight is so challenging, but it's doable and it's very cool. You're better off with a strength build on her. Just keep knocking her ass down, you know? Okay, now, here comes a hot take, you guys. I think it's gonna be a hot take. Romana, Saint of the Bud. I'm about to nip it in the bud, you guys. I'm about to nip it in the bud. Centipede Lady is S, and I would. No. No. Sorry, guys. This one's not good. It's not good. Not good, guys. Sorry. I had problems with this one. This one was like in the trailers, like everyone was anticipating this. There's like big, heavy lore implications with this one. And then there was barely any build up to this. Sure, you walked through a few of those rooms that started to have the Scarlet Rot, and maybe you were like, woo, where is this coming from? But that was it. You just walk through the fog wall. There's no cutscene. She doesn't even jump into the arena in any cool way. It felt like a Dark Souls 2 boss. It did. You just walk in and she just like comes at you. She's just there. Wicked spooky, what's up? She's just there. And to top it off, it wasn't hard at all. Very easy. This one to me had the most wasted potential out of any boss in the DLC. They made this cool, unique design. She's beautiful looking. And then you just didn't stick the landing. Too easy, no build up. They didn't lean into it as much as they should have. I mean, you got this in the trailer, bro. This is like a big one, dude. Like, no. Let me see where we're at. I think she goes above these guys just because of the design is, you know, unique and cool looking. I'm gonna go A. Oh, dude, that design's doing heavy lifting. I'm gonna go B. I'm gonna go B, guys. Because the guys in A had a cooler fight. Her fight wasn't cool or hard at all. No, she's B. I'll put her above Putrescent Knight just because the Knight looks kind of goofy a little bit. So she gets a B spot. B spot, that's it. It started and ended before I even knew it. And then that was it. You know? That's it. B. B works, no doubt. Okay. Erdtree Avatar. It's another one where the design carries. Get carried by the design. The big sunflower. Unique things about this boss, though. Let's talk about the good stuff. Number one. Really unique design, bro. It's a fucking sunflower. I think it's cool. It's got 3 phases. People didn't expect that. Keeps coming back to life. You get the big sunflower weapon. All of those are cool things. 3 health bars, yeah. I like this one, guys. I actually really like this one. It felt like I was walking into the backyard to pull the weeds, man. I liked it. I liked this fight. It wasn't very hard for me, though. We got it pretty quick. I was doing a lot of damage. I think I was using that Dragon Great Katana with that move, but like, if you would jump up and hit the actual sunflower head, we were doing so much damage. So much damage, but you know what? I'm going A. I think it's cooler than Demi-Human and Black Gel Knight. So fucking sue me. What? I need a big jug of Roundup. I'm getting into the yard. I'm gonna clear the weeds. I go top A. I like it. I like it, Trey. Top A, Trey. It's a top A tray. I like the design. I like the sunflower. It's cool. For real. It's a A. I'm feeling good about this list so far. For sure. For sure. Yeah, good placement. Pretty simple, but fun boss. Yeah, it wasn't frustrating. It was fun. Liked it. Liked it a lot. Rikasha. Why can't I open this one? The fuck? You try it like this. Bro, it's not gonna let me open that one? Listen, I don't even need to open this one. Rikasha was not cool, dude. Come on. Rikasha gave us the other blade, the other katana. Rikasha was not cool. The problem with Rikasha, there was one too many of these bosses where you just find the little catacomb, and I don't mean like a dungeon. Like just you walk down the stairs and it's a fight. There was just one too many of those that all felt kind of lackluster. Yeah, Sir Alone from Wish. We have Sir Alone at home. I don't know, man. Only cool thing was that you get a katana, but it wasn't cooler than the other katana. Ah, dude, this one's not good. This is down here, guys. Sorry, F. A lot of these go F. Now, I don't think any of these are hurting the game. You know, it's like putting it in F. It's not like it would have been better not being here. It's not like that. But it's just compared to any of these other ones, these are the lowest ones, for sure. For sure. Speaking of low, Tree Sentinels ×2 buffed. Weren't there 3 of these? Or was it just the 2? I thought there was another one somewhere. Tree Sentinel. This is lame. Sorry. Yeah, it's a picture of Altus. Yeah, whatever. We know what it is. I think there was 3. Am I wrong? I think there was 3 Tree Sentinels. There was the 2 that you fight together, but then there was a 3rd, I think. But whatever. I mean, it's not good. It's just the Tree Sentinels, you guys. It's F. Sorry. F. F. F tier. We've already seen it, been there, done that. You just put 2 together. You didn't do anything. Well, they're kind of a duo, though. Well, I get what you mean. They've got 2 different health bars, but when you find them, they kind of both aggro unless you intentionally pull one out. So I get what they were trying to do there, but it's an F, you guys. It's down here with the rest of the reskins. It's an F. Now, is this pronounced Jory or Hori? I would have preferred 1 Tree Sentinel, but that had this crazy second phase. That would have been better. Instead of just 2 of the same fucking Tree Sentinel, give me 1 Tree Sentinel, but halfway down, something crazy happens. That'd be cool. That would have been better. Still wouldn't have been S, but it would have been better. Yori. Elder Inquisitor. I don't know. This is that one, it's summoning all those phantoms, right? Yeah, it's like summoning all these different NPC phantom characters, like the big fat thing. It was almost like a Deacons of the Deep, but it didn't have the gimmick. You had to hit him. You had to hit the boss. I don't know. Not the best. Not the best. But not the worst, though. Honestly, I think it's kind of... It's firmly up here in, like, the C. It's above all these we got in D. It's probably up here somewhere with the Black Knights, the Furnace Golem. It's just kind of in the mid. Died 4 times to Yori. Yeah, C. It's in the C. And now we saved the best or the worst for last, however you want to look at it, you guys. Now, this is the one that's going to get... It's going to grind some gears, huh? Some of these like aren't just letting me open the image when I do my thing. Look. How lame, dude. But it's Radon. Consort. Watch this. Here it is. There you go. It's this guy. The final boss of the DLC. Promised consort Radon with Mikola in tow. What do you guys think about this? This is the final boss, yeah. Rading-a-ling-a-ding-dong. Yeah, Radong. Yeah. I think some of you will not like my take on this one. I'm serious. Full disclosure, if you're watching this video later, we just beat this guy. We literally just now beat him and then opened up the tier list. So it is right there in my mind. And the trauma is still very real, okay? And I know there's going to be a lot of people, if I don't put this in the S tier, they're going to be like, oh, it's because he's used too hard, get good, you know? I don't... Listen, I'm a fucking man. I'm a grown man. I can cut through all the bullshit, okay? I can cut through all the bullshit, and I'm going to do that with you now, okay? So say whatever you want, think whatever you want, but the harsh reality is, even if I had walked in and beat this guy in the first few tries, I still would think this way. I still would think this way. This is not an S tier boss in this DLC. I'm sorry. It's not. It's not. Even if you remove the conversation of the difficulty, it's just not. I'm sorry, bro. For a couple reasons that I will try to highlight right now, okay? The first reason, I love Radon. I do. I think Radon is one of the coolest characters ever. Fighting him as the final boss in this DLC is a little bit of a letdown. It's a little bit of a letdown. I'm just sorry, guys. We've already fought Radon. The final boss of an epic fucking DLC like this is a boss that we've already fought, and this isn't even cooler than the original version. Are you kidding me? Come on! There's a lot of people that are gonna put this in S just because of how hard he is. You know, there's a lot of people that think it just comes down to the difficulty, but it doesn't. It doesn't, dude. It comes down to, I've done all of these games, you guys, multiple times. Nobody knows more about these bosses than me. I've done the hardest Sekiro mods. Right? It's not just about how hard it is. It's about this balance of being very hard, but enjoyable. This guy doesn't hit that mark. He doesn't hit that mark. The original Radon fight is more iconic and it's more epic. Think about it. The arena is more epic. You walk into the festival, that huge sand dunes, desert. He's out there fucking eating soldiers off the ground like a dog, bro. On the tiny ass fucking horse. He does the meteor thing. It's, dude, the first Radon is not only an S tier fight, it's like fucking, it is one of the most legendary boss fights, in my opinion, of all time. That meteor move, bro. This is not that. This is like, they just, you know, we already fought him. We've already seen him. I don't know, guys. I don't know. And then, so beyond that, there's problems with the fight. Beyond that, there's problems with the fight. I think you guys know me more than anybody. I don't advocate for nerfs a lot of the time. I don't advocate for, like, I think this move is too hard, you know? And I don't even think I necessarily feel that way about this guy. I mean, we were able to beat him. No summon, parrying him. But there were some moves I thought were kind of dumb. Specifically, the move where if he gets you in the grav pole in phase 2, and then he does the slam with the spikes, but then while you're dealing with the spikes, he goes up in the air and does the bam, 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 bam anime move, which is already bad enough. But then for some reason, they just have him do the gravity spikes again. It's just like, it's overkill for the sake of being overkill, in my opinion. Yeah, and I don't even know. I don't even know if I would say it was unfair. It just wasn't fun. For example, Some bosses are so intricately designed that I could die to them double the amount of times that I died to promised consort Radahn, and it wouldn't be as annoying. I could die to the Glock Saint more than this, and it wouldn't be annoying. I could die to Genichiro more than this, and it wouldn't be annoying. I did die to Melania more than this, and it wasn't as annoying. You know what was my first thought when I left the Melania fight after dying like 400 times? I left and thought, S tier boss. I died to this guy less than that and walked out not thinking S tier boss. So it's not just because I was mad and didn't get good, you guys. I just don't think it carried the weight to be the final epic end of the game. With that said, though, you guys, I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was like, you know, a bad fight. There was cool stuff about it. I do think it was a little bit overkill with some of this goddamn light show. And you know what? Don't think I'm going to forget about you, Trey. I saw you talking about it, and it's true. I really do think that the final boss, Radahn, the promised consort, is kind of just like a rehash of the Twin Princes style fight from Dark Souls 3, but done worse. It was done worse. I gave Twin Princes in my Dark Souls 3 tier list S. S tier fight. I loved the design of the Twin Princes. I loved the one prince hanging over the shoulders, just like Miquella's doing here. And I loved the follow-up moves of each attack, just like Miquella's doing here. So it's almost like they just took the Twin Princes, took Radahn, and then put Miquella on the back as the other prince and did the same kind of fight, but worse. You know, but there's some positives. I think it's cool. Radahn is always cool. I do think the move where he comes down with the bam, 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 bam is cool. It's a spectacle of a move, you know? And then you've got the meteor move, but like, dude, we've already seen the fucking meteor, dude. This boss fight is like the member berries of Elden Ring, and it was only 2 years ago. Like, yeah, I remember how cool the meteor is. It's the same thing, but with holy magic now. So it's like, whatever. You're right, the music was good. And I'm going to say this, while I'm ragging on them just a little bit, you guys. Am I the only one that felt like the DLC just kind of ended very abrupt? Am I the only one? I'm just going to say it out there to get it on the record. Maybe I'll change my mind after tonight when I rest. I just felt like I was like, we killed him. We touched the memory. We had the little cutscene with the chair and Miquella, and it was just over. Miyazaki was like, go. Get back to Limgrave. Go. You're done. So, I don't know. That was just my take. I didn't think it was terrible or anything. Obviously, I gave the DLC a 10 out of 10. But anyway, so I don't think he's S. I'll go A. I will go A. I will. I'll go A. I will. Because I am a masochist and I am a person that really does like the challenge. Even if it can borderline be not unfair, but so hard that it's like aggravating. I will go A. I will go A. I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of it being Radahn, so kind of being let down, where it was like, okay, and then it just ends. I don't know. It's just you're getting my gut reaction right now, guys. Like, we just beat the game an hour ago, so this is all just gut. Maybe when we're playing something tomorrow, we talk about it and I change my mind. I don't know, but I feel like this list is very solid. I don't think I want to put him in B, to be honest. No, because if I put him in B, here's what stopped me. Just, I'll walk you through it. I did consider it. But what stopped me is, if I put him in B, look at who's in B. Like, Commander Gaius, Mother of Fingers, Putrescent Knight, Romina. He's way cooler than all of those. So he's either, like, way, way above them in B, or he's in A, you know? And honestly, I think he's kind of even cooler He's cooler than Black Jail Knight. He's cooler than Demi-Human. He's cooler than the Sunflower. I don't have a bone to pick with this guy. I think some of you thought I was going to be mad because I died a bunch, but this is nothing new to me. So I don't hate him. He's just not in the S. I think he is the highest A. I do. Because just like I said, we're like a boss like the Dancing Lion. Even though the fight isn't S tier, I do like the elemental changes, but you know, even though the fight isn't S tier, the design elevates it. Radon is kind of the opposite. We're like, the design, I guess, isn't that cool because we've seen it before. And the fight can border on like frustrating. But the challenge is so epic that I think it kind of elevates it for me. It's an epic challenge. You know what I mean? So I am going to do A. I am. And I can't put the Sunflower above Promise Consort Radon. Even the sheer fact that he's having the internet go crazy and calling for nerfs, and I think that's epic. It's epic. And there is a level of epic challenge that comes with some of these legendary bosses. You know what I mean? So yeah, there you go, guys. That's the quintessential Elden Ring DLC Shadow of the Erdtree tier list. It's the only tier list that matters. I feel like we've got a solid spread here, like a cheese plate. Look at this. I agree with all of this right now. Bale S, Mesmer S, Midra S, Divine Beast, the first one, S. Rilana, S. I agree with all these. 10 out of 10 game. Legendary DLC. Legendary game. Truly is. In fact, this package together, like, even like a year or two from now, if some random guy's never played, and he gets Elden Ring and the DLC as a bundle, dude, 300 hours or more right there. Such a good bang for the buck. It was a blast, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as me. We'll definitely be back to play it again. You know we will. We always are.